Start your journey with a Jane Bank Small Business Loan with small business loans with as little as $10,000 and up to $4 million.
The time is 6 a.m.
Yeah, man, this is Graham Smog, and I want you to keep watching CVMTV, be inspired, be informed, right? See it happen right here on CVMTV. Morgan Heritage till the year 3000 and beyond. Graham Smog and say that. See it? Blessings.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame? Who were the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what's up, one?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan, pa. What a guan?
What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
That a guan, pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what's up, one?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan, pa. What a guan?
What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
That a guan, pa. What a guan?
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame? Who were the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people them I say we are march up the dance. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't put it down. Shine your lights
You ever love a song and don't know the words?
You go and put on well up in there. Footloose, right? Hello there, Sunrise Nation. Good morning, and welcome to CVM at Sunrise. It's a brand new Monday, another opportunity to chase your goals, to count your blessings, and to start your day with the positive energy like TK. Hey. So I'm your host. I'm back again in the building. My name is Jason, and with me is the lovely
TK Dawkins.
Hi, TK came in this morning nice and happy, you know. Happy, so something must have happened over the weekend.
I had a lovely weekend.
Yeah, what happened? Tell me about it.
Happened to so for those of you who don't know, my father writes plays and I direct plays, right? And we have a team that we've had for several years, and we have a stage manager, Alexa Larcher, and an assistant stage manager, Miguel Ritchie, right? And they're from Ednamandy. And so they came on as intern. Well, Alexa came on as an intern. And then she's like, you don't need some assistance. I have somebody can help you, and she bring on our spoogie, you see?
Oh, the spoogie.
So she brought in Miguel, who are excellent. And they've just been doing great work with us for years. They got married over the weekend.
Yay.
And it was so lovely. I'm going to send, Renee, I did send you some pictures, but I just send them. So if anything, the next segment, but she was beautiful. He was so happy. It was so nice to see two families come together who seem to get along, so they're on the outside. So,
wow.
you go.
We're hopeful.
But they look like they get along.
That is good.
And it was just beautiful to see.
Oh, nice.
So our team members are now Mr. and Mrs. Ritchie. Good morning to Mr. and Mrs. Miguel Ritchie. Congratulations again on your wedding.
Yes.
And it was in Black River, which was interesting because, Black River was significantly
So how was
impacted by Melissa. I mean, from we driving, we were seeing the damage.
Oh, wow.
And their venue had some damage, but they said, listen, we booked this before a hurricane and we're going to stick to it. I'm going to stick beside them. And I'm grateful too because, clearly that venue got some business. We were able to bring some life to it. So I thought that was a blessing. So good morning to the Riches. Hopefully you're on your honeymoon. Enjoy it. And then come back at work. We have rehearsal. Come back at work.
Well, mine was filled with work.
Did you?
Work.
Aww.
Well, it was kind of good work. So, multiple streams of income.
Amen.
So on Saturday, I was at the Thatch Hill River Park doing a team bonding session for a financial group.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was fun,
When you say you were doing it, as in you were facilitating it? Oh, nice. How was that?
And that was good. The drive was lovely. I'm a river guy,
Yeah, me know.
So I said river.
Yeah, man, we know that.
You're
outside.
Can't take the beach thing. So it was a good blend of, working and having fun.
Oh, that's lovely.
And then Sunday, I went, I caught, my church had a World Cup viewing on Saturday.
Ooh,
yeah, man.
Ati?
So you know, everybody was in their jerseys,
Oh,
out
that's
eating
lovely.
food. It was so good.
That's nice.
And
That's
then,
a vibe.
Saturday, went to my parents. You know, cook them breakfast, send them off to church, cook them dinner again.
I love that.
You know, and I'm here.
And now you're here and it's
Now I'm
Monday.
here.
And what have you been up to? Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend, Sunriser.
Yeah.
And you're ready for the week with us because we're ready for the week with you. And a matter of fact, we're going to start off this Monday with a word of the day. And I think it's very appropriate. So we're giving you this word of the day so that you can have it in the repertoire of words. Ready?
Repertoire.
Sweltering.
Ooh, say it again.
Sweltering.
It's accent now.
Sweltering.
Oh.
A sweltering, right? It's an adjective used to describe whether a room or a condition that is extremely and uncomfortably hot.
My God.
Often causing sweating and physical weakness. Example, the Sunrise team sought refuge from the sweltering sun by jumping into the river that Jason invited us to.
That is it.
See how it go?
I'm just
So
thinking
use
that
it.
keeps
So
on
no
giving.
matter because a lot of hot, but a time hot, just say, oh, so sweltering in here.
Sweltering.
The sweltering heat.
Sweltering heat.
Guys, let's do it. And if somebody says sweltering, I like that word. It sounds
about-
fancy. I learned it on Sunrise.
I feel a level of swelt.
I
No.
do not believe
No.
that is a thing.
Swelt, no.
It sounds, we'll have to Google that.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard that word happen
It sounds
before.
good though.
It does have a vibe.
Yes,
I just
it
don't think
does.
it's rooted in reality.
Let's coin it.
You know what? Jason says you should go on the road and say swelt.
Yes.
I am saying sweltering. I will continue to do so.
So unusual laws you won't believe that exist in the Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
Let's see, you know.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I think that I'm sure that each different place has some different stuff. What's
All right,
this?
so in Antigua and Barbuda, it is illegal to import, purchase, or wear any camouflage item.
Oh yes, I knew that.
Is that in Jamaica as well, somewhat?
If I'm not mistaken, in Jamaica as well.
So
What's
in
that
Cuba,
now? Yeah?
it is illegal to catch, buy, or sell. You see now, me can go to Cuba
No,
now.
sir.
No, sir.
You mean so nobody in Cuba
No,
no eat lobster?
sir.
That can't be so.
Imagine a lobsterless world.
Well, for those people who are allergic to shellfish, that is a thing. Oh, in Cuba, it is
It's illegal to
kill a cow. Really? I thought that was only in India. Ah, yes,
So in
that's a
Jamaica
new.
now, it is illegal to get married after 6 p.m.
That is true.
Why?
And do you know why?
No, I don't.
It was rooted in the days of not having, well, here what, I read this, I don't know, please don't quote me on it, but I read that it's rooted in the days of not having, maybe not having proper electricity. And so you are signing a legally binding document. And so in the event that it can be that the place is dark and the area that you're signing is also dark.
Oh.
So you must sign all the legal documents for marriage before the sun goes down so that you cannot say, I wasn't able to read the thing properly.
So isn't there something also about burying before the sun goes down?
That's another,
That's a thing as well? Yeah, see? Is it illegal to bury someone after 6 p.m.?
No, that I don't know why. No, that I don't know why.
I don't know why either. So in
how's
St.
this
Kitts and
done?
Nevis, it's illegal to curse in public.
Is it?
How would Jamaicans do like that? How would Jamaicans
But hold
do
on,
like
if an
that?
artist curses on stage, don't they get in trouble? So isn't that true
They're
for
fine.
Jamaica as well? They're
But
fine,
I guess the average man, though, that's not performing on a big scale.
Okay, got
Just
you,
like
got you,
in...
Got you.
You can be charged by officers if you curse. If they,
See? That's what I
on the
thought
spot,
too, in Jamaica.
So in St. Lucia, it's
Yeah.
illegal to be unkind or insult someone in public. I love this. Can we have it in Jamaica?
Really? So what do they consider unkind?
I
So
guess
suppose
the expression.
Suppose I come to you in public and I said, Jason, I'd love this jacket. Give it to me, please. And you say, no, Sam, I'm not give you this. It's mine. That's unkind.
Is it?
Officers, come please. He's not giving me what
Am
I've
I
asked
legally
for.
required to give it to you? TK. TK, it is too early in the morning. It is too early. I don't know how you judge the level of
That's
being
what I'm
unkind.
saying. But anyway, I don't know if that could work with the Jamaican population because sometimes we can be a little brash.
All right.
A little unkind.
So do we have any birthday this morning, Teeks?
Oh, we do.
Yes, who
And
do we
you know
have?
we love it. So happy sunrise birthday belatedly to Dr. Kevin McIntyre, who celebrated his birthday over the weekend. Birthday greetings coming from all your family and your friends. Bless up, Doc. We hope you had a wonderful weekend, and we hope that the joy bleeds over into the week and into the year.
Yeah, I also want to give a birthday shout out. Oh, look at that. That's my friend Zudin. Last night we went to, she's 34, she's a ball of sunshine. She's so amazing. Look at my friend.
She look fabulous.
Girl,
Happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday to you, sweet,
yes,
sweet.
Girl. I like when them just walk right out to them birthday, you know.
Listen,
watch out.
man. Watch it. Balloon too, you know.
Tiara and all.
Jesus.
Happy birthday, beautiful. Please enjoy the rest of your birthday week and don't make nobody get you down and don't make nobody give you no problems. And just if any problem come, just say, it's my birthday week.
It's my birthday week.
Please, don't speak to me.
I love that.
And for those of you, it's not your birthday week, pick up yourself same way and stay right here. We're going to a break and we'll be right back with a fabulous show for you.
Yeah.
What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life.
Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme. Save up to 20% of your income tax deferred. The time by Sagicor Life is 6:50.
For years, Jamaica has been operating at just about 50% of the blood donations needed to meet national demand. That means for every 2 persons who require blood, only 1 donation is available. And the truth is, many of us only think about donating when there's a tragedy. But hospitals need blood every single day. With a single donation, you can make a big difference. You are somebody's type.
Donating blood is easier than most people think. Once you are 16 years or older, with parental consent at 16, you can donate. 17 to 60, just walk in and register. Up to 65 if you're a regular donor. You will need to present a government-issued ID. If you weigh at least 110 pounds and you're in good health, you're likely eligible. Controlled high blood pressure? That's okay. Diabetic but not on insulin? That's okay too. Tattoos or piercings older than 6 months? You can donate. We do a quick check of your hemoglobin level. If it's 12.5 or above, you're good to go. You will also have a short conversation with one of our medical professionals just to ensure that donation is safe for you. The actual donation takes about 8 to 15 minutes. That's less time than taking a lunch break. Less time than scrolling your phone. Your body replaces the volume within 24 hours. Red blood cells take about 6 weeks. That's why you can donate every 3 months. We will help you to rehydrate before you leave. Just remember, eat before you come and drink plenty of fluids. Every donation can help up to 3 persons. They may never know your name, but they will live because you showed up. Because somewhere today, you are somebody's type.
When we give a little, we make a big difference. A mother after childbirth, a child with sickle cell disease, a patient undergoing surgery. Right now, donations are at 40 to 50% of what's needed, which means there is room for more of us. It's simple, it's safe, it doesn't take long. If you're able, consider giving. We'll be here to welcome you.
Win with KFC, big league, join the league. Big league. Win a trip to Brazil, all you mean? Yeah. Big deal, meal deal, big match. Just buy KFC and win that. From now until July 20th, 2026, buy a big deal or meal deal for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Brazil. Courtesy of KFC. That's $500,000 cash from Best Dressed Chicken. 11 weekly winners score free KFC for a year. 65-inch TVs, smartphones, and more. Just WhatsApp your receipt to 876-784-7811 to enter and win big in the KFC Big League. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Turn up to 25. Could I drive out fresh in a MG ride with a staycation, all inclusive flex? Yeah. Heart of Jamily cash. Yes. Smart TV, PS5, and home upgrade.
Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel. Sign up for Switch to Postpaid or Digicel Plus. Buy a SIM. Top up with 5 bills or more. Buy a 7-day plan or higher. A smartphone deal or just pay your bill. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promotion period June 24 to September 5, 2026. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for terms and conditions.
welcome back, Sunrisers. The time is now just about 6:19, and that means you're on time to call. It's time to call to the stage. T. K.
A.
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
Right? Give me a little.
All right.
You're calling me to the stage, Jason. Come on.
It's
man.
now time to call to the stage.
Hey.
TK.
Now I may proceed.
Am I getting paid for that?
Well, in love.
Because that was
extra.
Trust me.
You invoice me.
I will.
Invoice me, my good sir. Invoice me. All right, so for those of you who are just joining us, welcome back. And Renee, we have something there, or me not for do it now? Don't. Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure so I don't get flop. Okay. So I mentioned that I went to the wedding of Mr. Miguel Ritchie and Mrs. Alexa Ritchie. So I just wanted to big them up again because I finally got their pictures. So there they are. That's our stage manager is Alexa the bride, and our assistant stage manager is Miguel the groom. So again, a big congratulations to them. Young and fresh and fabulous, man. They were so lovely. They were so lovely for the entire day. So yes, me love. Yeah. And to those of us, all of you in love this morning, congratulations on being in love, and keep it that way, right?
Nice and spicy.
Yes. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's jump into the headlines now, shall we? So Westmoreland on high alert for hand, foot, and mouth disease. Parents and school administrators are being urged by the Westmoreland Public Health Department to remain on high alert following the increase in cases surrounding hand, foot, and mouth disease across the parish. Now, according to the Medical Officer of Health for Westmoreland, Dr. Marcia Graham, students in basic, infant, and early childhood institutions are primarily at risk and have been affected by this highly communicable illness. Although most cases are mild and resolved within a week, Dr. Graham still encourages parents to keep sick children at home until fully recovered to minimize transmission. Now, she also added the importance of practicing proper hygiene and prompt reporting of the illness. Key symptoms that parents and all of us, I guess, should look out for to aid with early detection includes already get prepared, take out a little paper and pen if anything, look out for fever, look out for loss of appetite, a sore throat, any painful mouth sores, followed by blisters on the palms of the hands, soles, and feet, and often the buttocks as well. So the health department continues to carry out direct interventions through public health inspectors and health educators who visit affected institutions as soon as cases are identified. One more thing, Pan Westmoreland.
I hate this.
I hate this for them.
I hate anything that has to do with children being affected in a negative way.
Yeah.
I have seen it before. It is not the prettiest sight.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for them because, they can't understand.
Of course.
But I love the fact that we're raising awareness to it. And parents, please don't turn a blind eye to these things. Pay attention to your children, please.
And oftentimes, and if they're complaining about any of these, that we mentioned, those, no man, go to school. It's important to go to school. And yes, it is important to go to school.
It is.
But their health is also very, very important. So keeping other students safe is also important. So just be very mindful of it.
Yes.
And hopefully you can look out for those signs and get some treatment. And,
And hopefully it rains.
And hopefully it rains.
I think when it rains, these things tend to die down sometimes. It's so hot.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sweltering, Jason.
Swelt. I feel a slight swelt.
All right.
In the atmosphere.
Let's go to the next one. Long-term drainage solution planned for flood-prone St. James communities. Flood-prone communities of Catherine Hall and West Green in St. James are expected to receive a long-term draining solution after flood assessments were carried out following Hurricane Melissa. Weaknesses in the existing drainage system were identified. Minister with responsibility for works, Robert Morgan, stated that when the flood waters flowing from the Montego River met with a storm surge during the recent hurricane, the communities were badly affected, with people having to swim in 10 feet of water. The long-term solution will be implemented through the National Reconstruction Authority and will require more than expanding the drainage capacity. It will need to address and consider storm surges and mud removals after major flooding.
I'm sure they're happy about that.
Yes.
I'm sure. Have you seen the video sometime coming from Montego Bay?
10 feet of water, Jason?
Swimming
No.
Swimming.
And especially for those people, let's face it, a lot of our fellow citizens can't swim. So that must be a terrifying experience to have any level of water and you know that you're not so savvy on the swimming side of things. And especially when the water is in places you don't expect water to be. So we're very happy to be seeing.
It's not even the swimming, it's just the loss of your assets.
Well, absolutely.
Your car damage, your home damage, your furniture, it's just crazy.
Yeah. So we're happy to see that something is being done and will continue to be done so that can be, that's
and
something.
hopefully the weather holds up because doing that work while it's raining is not going to be.
Exactly. Are we in hurricane season also?
We are. And thanks be to God, we're nice so far. Hopefully it continues that way.
Amen. Well, speaking of the weather, El Nino strengthens. Jamaicans warned to brace for even hotter days. El Nino, the natural climate pattern characterized by unusually warm ocean surface temperatures in the central and eastern tropical Pacific, is actively strengthening and consequently will intensify the current temperatures of Jamaica as if it never hot enough.
Sweltering.
According to the U.S. Climate Prediction Center, there's an 81% chance of a very strong El Nino developing between the months of October and December, ranking among the largest El Nino events on record since 1950. Climate Services Manager at the Meteorological Service of Jamaica, Jacqueline Spence Hemmings, cautions citizens that the escalating El Nino phenomenon will likely result in above average temperatures for the rest of the year, extending into early months of next year. You're telling me, so we're going to have one hot Christmas? We cannot have a hot Christmas.
I'm just stressed out right now.
It cannot be sweltering in Christmas. That just goes against the very laws of nature.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just tired. You wake up hot. You get ready hot. You leave the house hot. It's hot on the road, and a certain utility company get like my light bill coming up, because TK the AC, but I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know when it's hot?
I'm using it.
You know when it's hot?
When?
When you have a shower, a nice cool shower, and you feel nice and cool, and as you come out of the bathroom, you start sweat. Sweltering. Use it in a sentence today. Sweltering. So I don't know, what are we going to do? What is the solution? Because not everybody, and then what you think about the people who work on the road, who work outside, the people who have to be out in that heat to do their jobs.
It's crazy.
And it's just getting hotter and hotter and hotter. Crazy.
Stay hydrated, people. We have to stay hydrated, please.
Please stay hydrated, yes. And so, I want to bring attention again to Shani Fitness, who's, she put up on her Instagram that she travels, I think I was telling you, she travels with water in a cooler in her car, and anybody who is unhoused, anybody who is on the streets, she offers them water, because you'd be surprised that maybe cold water, even if you have access to a little pipe where you can find on the road, maybe it's not so cold, to get some cold water into the hands of people. So guys, let's think about that. Maybe you can even 3 bottles of water, a little one project, case of water. It's a great project that can maybe literally save lives.
That TK will lead.
Hey.
For CVM.
Hey. We'll talk about that when it's not sweltering in here.
That's next year?
I don't know about that.
So thank you very much, TK. So coming up after the break, every parent dreams of giving their child the very best education, but planning for it can feel a bit overwhelming. So we'll be showing you practical ways to prepare financially to protect your child's future and make those educational dreams a reality. So don't move a muscle. You're watching Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Yeah.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
We are proud to supply all of Jamaica with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Should critical illness strike, don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure. Live easy.
The first sound they make is to simply let the world know they're here. And then it's our duty to help them show the world why they're here in the first place.
Give them every advantage with the Guardian Achiever, a plan that provides for their educational dreams and protects their health and life in the process. For more information, call 888-4LIFE to speak to an advisor or visit myguardiangroup.com.
Oh, that did nice.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back, Sunrisers. Listen, education is one of the greatest investments any parent can make. This morning on Money Masterclass, we're discussing practical ways parents can begin preparing today for tomorrow's educational expenses. Joining us is O'Neill Clark, Vice President of Life, Health and Pension Sales at Guardian Life Limited, who will also be introducing us to the Guardian Achiever Plan and explaining how families can build an education fund while still enjoying added financial protection. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. It's good.
So, Sir O'Neill, I know many parents are thinking that they have a lot of time before tertiary education, before college, university, all of that. Ideally, what's the earliest time for a parent to start thinking and planning for their child's educational future?
Well, as they say, time waits on no man, right? Mm-hmm. So I would say start from now. My own personal experience, I started planning for my children's education before they were born. And so, when I just started working, I took out some investment policies and I earmarked those for my children's education because I would have seen over time and experienced what my parents went through in terms of struggling to, send me especially to the university.
Yeah.
And so I made a commitment to start from early. So early, as soon as possible, is the perfect time to start.
Wow. Okay. So when people think education costs, tuition is what really jumps out at you and comes to mind. But there must be other costs associated with the education process. What are some other things that people should be preparing for?
There are so many other costs that we can think about.
You look like your head start hurting.
Yeah, it's amazing. Okay, so when you're talking about, prior to university, talking about primary school, high school, maybe transportation costs, maybe, costs for extracurricular activities. We're talking about ensuring that you have enough funds for lunch. So those are some of the other costs. But when you go to tertiary education, now you're talking about accommodation. Right, because you may have a situation where your child may have to board. And, we're talking about books. Books are extremely expensive nowadays. And so those are some of the additional costs outside of the tuition that parents may not immediately factor in when they're planning.
All right, so for like a man like me now, no biological children as yet, you can try and get that together.
All right.
Yeah. I want to know more about the Guardian Achiever Plan. So tell me about this plan, how it will aid me in preparing for that step when the time comes.
Right, so the Guardian Achiever Plan is one of our most preferred products. We specifically designed this plan when we saw what was happening, what parents were facing, trying to send their child to university. And, some parents consider and children consider university outside of Jamaica, which makes it even more expensive, right? So the Achiever Plan, it caters to the holistic need of the children and the parent, right? So it's a medically underwritten plan. It's an equity-linked plan. It has a lot of what we call bells and whistles. So the first thing is you can purchase this product for a child up to age 15. How it works, you determine as a parent, based on your affordability, how much the child should be insured for. You may say, well, we're talking about insurance and we're talking about a plan, a financial plan. So how the plan works is between the ages of 1 to 10 and 11 to 15, there are two groups. So you can insure the child for anywhere from $1 million to $6 million. If the child is 1 to 10 when you take the plan out, when the child gets to age 18, we will pay out twice the amount they were insured for. If the child is 11 to 15, when they took out the plan, when they get to 18, we will pay out 1 times the amount. So let's say you took out a plan for $6 million and the child was 9 when you took the plan out. When the child gets to age 18, we will pay out 2 times 6, $12 million. If the child was 11, we will pay out $6 million. But in addition to that payout, there are a lot of other benefits that the plan has, right? So your child is also insured for that $6 million for the entire time. So God forbid the child passes. We will be paying out that death benefit of $6 million to the parents, right? In addition to that, there are a few other riders that you can add on to the plan. Let's say we have what we call a juvenile critical illness rider. So if the child, God forbid, develops a critical illness throughout the period and they were insured for $6 million, then we would pay a critical illness benefit up to $6 million. We also encourage discipline planning. And so for those parents who continue to pay their premiums, policies in force, have not withdrew from fund, we will pay what we call a long-term savers bonus. So every 5-year period, we will pay up to 6 months of your basic premium onto the plan as a thank you, congratulations for sticking with it and ensuring that you continue to pay your premiums over time. So those are some of the amazing benefits. There are a lot more. I'll just touch on one other. When the child gets to age 18, what happens is whatever they're covered for, they are now covered for 5 times the amount. So if they were insured for $6 million, when we get to 18, we pay out the let's say they were 9, we pay out the $12 million. They are now covered for 5 times 6, which is $30 million. And their premiums are now reduced significantly because we would have paid out that university benefit. And what it does, it helps to give the child a kickstart towards adulthood. So, you know, it's like your first insurance policy. You know, so, you know, mom or dad hands over to the child and say, okay, congratulations, you have now become a young adult and you can continue paying your premiums on your insurance policy.
I'm sure there are many parents, O'Neill, who are looking at this and saying, but this would be so helpful, this is so great. But they're also at the same time feeling the crunch, feeling the pinch of the economy right now. How, for somebody who's not familiar with the policies, not familiar with insurance, is it a situation where I can pay as much or as little as I can afford, or do you determine how much I pay every month into this program? How does that work?
All right, so there's no perfect answer for that. The reality is when we meet a client, we will assess your needs.
Okay.
Right? We will look at your income, we will look at your expenses, and we will look at what you want to provide for your child. And then we will make recommendations.
So you help us to figure out what's best to put into the...
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so so I'm seeing where Guardian Life is now supporting students through the PEP Scholarship and Grant Program.
Of course.
So that sounds like a... Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so tell us about that quickly.
Yes, so we have been doing this for many years, and we have applications now open. So any parent who is a policy holder, they can apply for the PEP scholarships and grants. They can visit myguardiangroup.com. Applications close on July 20th, so they only have another week to go. And, you know, we want to ensure that we are playing our part outside of, you know, everything else that we do to help parents who are, you know, in need to send their children towards, you know, further education. The best thing you can do in life for your children is to provide them with a sound financial education. And so, you know, helping with the scholarships and the grants and helping to provide this product, you know, we want to ensure that they can provide that type of education without having the financial burden of it all.
I'm sure a grant can be life-changing for a family 2 or 10. And so listen and don't hear about it and don't take it up, you know. Make sure that you go head over and apply for these grants. So let me ask you about the other thing that we were talking about, the Guardian Achiever Plan now. For those who hear it and say, yes, O'Neill, speak my language. I'm like the 30 million, so 6 times 5, and never do the calculations, you know. What's their next step? How do they go about getting it?
Okay, so my recommendation is we have 5 locations island-wide. We have a location in Ocho Rios, Mandeville. We have 2 locations in Montego Bay. Our head office is in Kingston, and we have a service center in Maypen. Visit any of those locations, or you can contact 876-927-4105 and speak to any insurance advisor. We will be more than happy to sit with you to help you plan for your children's future. The last thing I want to share with you is, you know, there are a lot of other financial educational plans available in the public, right? But one of the beauties about the Guardian Achiever is, let's say your child gets to age 18 and they don't want to go to university, but they want to become an entrepreneur. They have a skill, or they want to develop a skill. They want to be an artist. They want to be, you know, a fashion designer, whatever it is. The payment of the amount that you will receive from the Guardian Achiever Plan will be made directly to the parent. So if the child doesn't want to pursue that formal education, they can use those funds to do what they want to do from an entrepreneurial perspective.
Lovely.
That is great.
Yes. It's a great balance.
That's great. I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that's very good to know.
And we're seeing the tides are changing when it comes on to the traditional jobs as well, so that's good to know.
Exactly.
So it fits
Perfect.
Everyone.
Yes.
You guys know, you're going to know what you're doing over there. You know what you're doing over there at Guardian, you know. I see what's happening. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So that was wonderful advice this morning. Planning early really can make a world of a difference for families. So many thanks to O'Neill Clark, Vice President of Life, Health and Pension Sales at Guardian Life Limited, for helping us better understand the Guardian Achiever Plan and the importance of investing in our children's future. So coming up next is Diaspora Link Up. up. So stay with us. There's plenty more sunrise ahead.
That was really helpful.
Should critical illness strike, don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure, live easy.
This is Deposit Insurance in a minute. Under the JDIC, business accounts are insured separately from the owner's personal accounts up to 1.2 million.
Hold on there. So my little shop money and my little savings money insured separately?
As long as your savings and business accounts are in a bank or building society.
Well, that's not bad.
To learn more about how deposit insurance works, visit the JDIC website at www.jdic.org or follow on Facebook, Instagram, and X at JDIC Jam.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who were the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what's up, one? Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That's a guan, pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan, pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who were the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
Hey, what I want? Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan, pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
And that's a guan, pa. What a guan?
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan, pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
And that's a guan, pa. What a guan?
The international internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame? Who are the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
Hey, what I want? I am Candy Pang at
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan pa. What a guan?
Welcome back, Sunrisers. Now the beautiful game of football has given us unforgettable moments and excitement during this World Cup season. But away from the goals, the celebrations and the trophies, there's another conversation capturing attention around the world and in Jamaica.
This morning on Diaspora Link Up, we're exploring the reality of racism in major football nations, the experiences of Jamaicans living abroad, and why individual experiences don't always tell the full story. Zooming in with us is MC, speaker on Caribbean culture and foreign languages, fitness guru, poet, and social commentator Raul Blaze. Good morning, Raul, and welcome to Sunrise.
Morning. Boy, we merely list of things them where you say me only for me I talk about. You know?
I thought we were not going to finish rolling it out, but it's so good.
I tell them to just use 1/5 of all of them. So
no, man. You see, if you come in, we're going to give
it. And that was the 1/5? Oh.
We're going to give it all to you. You know what I mean? Raul, where are you zooming in from right now? You're in where?
I'm zooming on from Kingston 21, Florida.
Kingston 21. I was like, what?
That's a Kingston. We're not there. Okay, I understand now.
Yes. You know, I'm in Florida, so just jump over the water and you reach. Yes.
I understand. Right. I understand. All right. So this is going to be an interesting conversation because everybody's talking about the football, but the football has also brought to light another aspect of things. Which is racism and race in these countries, right?
Yeah, so Raul, right now you're trending online because of that video, and I want to know, as someone who was born and raised in Jamaica, you know, out of many one people, we see everyone as the same. So now being a Jamaican abroad, how does growing here and seeing things here shaped your perception of race overseas?
So for me, to be fair, it would be different.
I saw an article by maybe some Jamaican people where someone was saying Jamaican living in Argentina says they've never experienced
colorism, which is
and of course I know this came out of the discussion.
All right. I think that because Jason mentioned the video appeared. So Raul will give us 1 minute because I think that it would be helpful. It would be helpful to kind of get the context just in case our viewers did not get a chance to take a look at that video. And so we're gonna cue it up and we're gonna give you the opportunity to take a look at the video so that you can kind of get a full understanding of that discussion, right?
It's making waves though. I think it was about a lady who lived in
Argentina. I believe she said that she was living in Argentina for 10 years and she did not experience any form of racism. And so she's like, racism in Argentina, what are you talking about? And then the wider world is like, lady, what do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, Argentina is notorious for their relations with race. And so, Raul, are you there? Are we going to get the video though, Ren, or are we going to Raul? Okay, so Raul.
Yes.
Okay, we're back with you. We're trying to queue up the video so that people can have the context, but please proceed with what you were saying.
Yes, and it's a long video just so I understand. I was saying I had a different perception of it because the average Jamaican, even though we may know about things like the civil rights, in the Civil Rights Act and stuff like that, I was more vested in that. But my particular interest and knowledge came from being at UE and being a Spanish major. So as a Spanish major, I was introduced from an early age to Afro-Latino writers. And when you do a Spanish major, you have to do African-American, Latino, Afro-Latinismo literature. So I saw these come up in culture, language, and other places where other Jamaicans would not have seen them.
But let me ask you this, Raul, because we were mentioning this video of a young lady who was saying that, listen, I lived in Argentina for 10 years and I never experienced I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so confused. What do you think attributes or contributes to someone being in a space and not, whether, is it that they just don't see it? Is it that some people are just a little sensitive to race and so they see everything? Or is it an intentional downplaying of the experience? What would you attribute to it?
It is a very strange phenomenon, especially in Argentina. But what that might have been her experience, you know. So I want to validate her experience by saying this might have been her experience. What the problem that we should face is people using this one experience to kind of saying this doesn't exist. But I think that how we are raised in Jamaica, we don't really face. We even though we are out of many one people, the average Jamaican doesn't come across a white person or someone from other race on every single basis for them to understand the discriminations that may or may not come with this. Some of us are, as much as Jamaicans say we are Bulbok and Dupikankara, sometimes we go places and we avoid things to stay out of any controversy. You know, Jamaicans try to, just watch things and, mind them business. And also you might not have been in tuned to it. And also, what I've realized in some countries, in countries where racism exists, people from that country tend to accept people from other countries who are not of that heritage. You understand? So maybe a black person visiting Argentina may not experience racism, but an Afro-Argentina or Argentino may face it because they're from the country. So there are multiple factors that can be expressed without invalidating her experiences. But the fact is, people should not use her experience to say that this thing doesn't exist.
And while we're on that trend, I am thinking the world of football, we're all engulfed in World Cup right now. And you have diverse fan bases, international players. Do you think that plays a part in masking underlying racial issues?
Yes, it does. So? Everyone wants everyone to get along. And because we see all these countries of different shades participating in this like international festival of sports, people do not want to address that. People think that by somehow addressing this, it takes away the joy from the sport. But no, actually talking about it actually makes the joy even more, because you can say the joy come more because you can say, look at this that we are experiencing together. What if we address the underlying issues? Can you imagine how much more fun it could be? So the point is that people don't want to face it because they're enjoying a sport that everyone loves, so they don't play that part. And someone may feel personally attacked, which they should not feel personally attacked, if someone brings up the issue because they are enjoying a sport and you want to talk about something which is serious.
Well, I mean, football has kind of been riddled with issues of racism for many, many years, with players having banana peels thrown at them as they're taking a corner kick, or, you see some things online. But let me ask you, from a Caribbean perspective or Jamaican, how important is it as people who are in a majority black country? You know, we see the black doctors, we have the black prime ministers, we have the black, you know, politicians. So we kind of associate ascension and success with blackness on this scale, right? But so how important is it for people like us in this scenario, or people of the diaspora, to have these conversations and awareness if we're kind of in a bubble of blackness almost?
Yes, I think one thing I do whenever there's a how I approach things, I don't take the word of the people who are writing them. It's just as if you're reading Jamaican history, but you're reading Jamaican history written by a British person. Reading Jamaican history by a British person and or African history by a British person and African history written by someone from the continent are two different things. I think that what we should do whenever we hear experiences that we're not familiar with, I think we should go to the people. For example, the young lady or whoever goes to Argentina or anywhere else and say they haven't faced racism, I want them to meet the people who live there, the people who live it, the people who have less access to education, to health, to opportunities, the people who face police brutality. I think it's important because when you meet the people who face the problem every day or are descendants of, because Argentina engineered their whiteness. When you meet people whose entire lineages were wiped out completely because of they call it blanqueamiento, which means to the whitening process. When you meet these people and understand their experiences, then your perspective changes. So when you go back to your country, you can educate people, say, boy, I mean, they've experienced about these people, they went through it and they go through it every single day.
All right, so Raul, understanding what's happening now, how do we bridge the gap between a personal experience, because we can't downplay what she experienced. But how do we bridge the gap between the personal experiences and what we know is the undeniable systemic racism in football and in other areas? How do we bridge that gap?
I think right now is an opportune time to do it, and I think what we should do from this, coming out of this, we should understand that it does exist, because we are seeing it. The first thing to do is to admit that it exists. If we do not admit that it exists, we can't bridge the gap. So first thing to do is to say, boy, I don't see it, but these people who live here say it's happening, so it must exist. So bridging the gap includes being informed. And when you get information, we, in our own bubbles per se, should either share this information with others or even FIFA or other countries or organizations involved should take the lead in kind of educating people about, the sport and the racism. Because even in France itself, the French captain faced it from Paraguay. So therefore, it's not just international racism that they face, is internal, because that same player, when he missed the goal in 2022, the same French people hurled racist remarks against him. So bridging the gap includes educating both in small groups and bigger groups, and even the IFF group per se. So education is the best way to bridge the gap and let people know that this sport is beautiful. However, we should face this ugly situation that we're talking about.
Well, Raul, you mentioned education being pretty important, and one thing with you is you educate, especially through entertainment, and so I just have to applaud you. I am a personal fan. I love what you do online.
Yes,
I think one of the things that really helps to bridge many gaps is when people see intelligence of all shapes, sizes, and hues, and you have definitely opened up a lot of information, but yet at the same time being very funny and just showing personality and Jamaicanness. Thank you for waving the Jamaican flag high and making us proud.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. All right, have a wonderful day. And you see my shirt, I'm matching the background.
Hey, see that? I see what you did there.
So that was such a thought-provoking conversation, but one that needed to be had. So thank you very much to Raul Blaze for sharing his perspective and helping us better understand the difference between personal experience and the broader reality many people face. So coming up after the break, it's time to head over to our news desk with TK Dawkins. So stay with us. It's still sunrise.
internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hi, I am Candy Pang at
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan pa.
Watagwan. Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Watagwan pa. Watagwan.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer.
Rule number 2, they should get rid of VAR.
No. Every decision should go to VAR.
Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. What about you? What rule would you want?
Turn up to 25. Could I drive out fresh in a MG ride with a staycation all inclusive flex? Yeah. I touch a million cash. Yes. Smart TV, PS5, and home upgrade.
Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel. Sign up or switch to postpaid or Digicel Plus. Buy a SIM. Top up with 5 bills or more. Buy a 7-day plan or higher. A smartphone deal or just pay your bill. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promotion period June 24 to September 5, 2026. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for terms and conditions.
Win with KFC, big league. Join the league. Big league. Win a trip to Brazil, all you mean. Yeah. Big deal, meal deal, big match. Just buy KFC and win that. From now until July 20th, 2026, buy a big deal or meal deal for a chance to win a trip for 2 to Brazil. Courtesy of KFC. That's $500,000 cash from Best Dressed Chicken. 11 weekly winners score free KFC for a year. 65-inch TVs, smartphones, and more. Just WhatsApp your receipt to 876-784-7811 to enter and win big in the KFC Big League. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. We jump straight into sports. It's time for another edition of CVM's World Cup Microscope, proudly sponsored by Pepsi. And joining us live via Zoom is CVM sports reporter, our favorite, Kimani O'Sullivan, with all the latest developments from the tournament. Good morning, Kimani.
Good morning, TK. Wow, our favorite is a huge step up, isn't it?
Well, you've been doing all the right things and bringing all the right vibes, so we have to give you the crown, you know. But let's jump in, of course, for the first time ever, Kimani, the top 4 teams in the FIFA rankings have made it into the semi-final round. Is this a fair outcome in your mind?
Oh yeah, most definitely. You know, it's hard to look at any of these 4 teams and say that, you know, they aren't deserving of where they are. I mean, you think about Argentina, Spain, France, and England, you know, teams that were highly touted coming into the tournament, given, you know, not only the players that they have in their arsenal, but also the managers that are, you know, at the helm of these teams. So I think it's shaping up to be a very exciting semi-final. And honestly speaking, I cannot wait to see the fireworks happen.
Speaking of fireworks, which team do you think has the most to gain from the Final Four if they were to go on and win the tournament?
Well, I'd have to say England. Of course, notwithstanding the legacy of Lionel Messi, Kylian Mbappe, and from a Spanish perspective, Lamine Yamal that's upcoming. I just feel like from an England perspective, the Premier League has, become the most highly touted league in the world. But that has been built upon, in many people's minds, by the foreigners, the foreign players coming over, the best foreign players, the best foreign managers. And I think the English, ecosystem of football hasn't really, emerged to the fore. And I feel like, securing a World Cup win, first one since 1966, would be a massive boost for English football. And I think they really need it, given, them coming short in major tournaments in recent history. So I think England has the most benefit for sure.
Well, Kimani, let's hear it from you. We're hearing it here first. Who you say is bringing home the cup?
TK,
Call it.
TK, how are you going to put me on the spot like
Come
that?
on, talk the things, man.
Okay.
Talk the things, let me hear you, so that we can see you said it here first. Talk to me.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that the Three Lions will carry home the World Cup. Yeah, you heard it here first. Football is coming home.
Okay, look at you. That's it. Well, thanks so much, Kimani. Always a pleasure talking to you, and looking forward to hearing more on Fan Central Extra Time with you and the gang. Thanks so much for joining us. And thank you for making it the morning news. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise comes back to you after this.
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan pa.
Watagwan. Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Datagwan pa. Watagwan.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
The greatest show on earth is here, and Fan Central goes into extra time for 39 days right throughout FIFA's Showpiece tournament. With a Pepsi in hand, of course. Catch the playbook with a tactical breakdown from our expert coaches. Come sit in our fan corner where you have your say on the day's action. Fame or shame, who were the best or worst players of the day? And have a laugh as we share some of the best reactions on social media. After the final whistle, it's extra time. Fan Central Extra Time. 8 p.m. daily with 10 p.m. shows on select days where there are 8 p.m. match kickoffs.
Fan Central Extra Time is brought to you by the Pepsi Football Nation, where fans make the rules. Football, better with Pepsi. We also want to thank Digicel. Turn up your winnings this summer with Digicel.
I am Candy Pang at
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan pa.
Watagwan. Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Datagwan pa. Watagwan.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Everybody want to see if our country right now.
One thing about Jamaicans, we might have differences, but we know when something is good for all of us. And when we work together against crime and violence, we are stronger than ever. And that's how we know the Citizen Security Plan can work.
That one that name CSP.
The Citizen Security Plan is an initiative of the Ministry of National Security in partnership with the European Union. It's an all-of-government effort to create safer streets and build stronger communities. Go to mns.gov.jm to learn how you can play your part.
Welcome back to Law and Order JA, proudly sponsored by the Ministry of National Security and Peace. Now, in today's world, a single word of mouth can spread across the nation, the internet and the world in seconds. But what happens when that something that's spreading is false or damages someone's reputation? This morning, we're taking a closer look at defamation laws and lawsuits in Jamaica, what constitutes defamation, who can be held liable, and the legal remedies available, a topic of relevance given recent high-profile cases. So joining us is attorney at law, Natisha Johnson of Natisha Johnson and Company. Good morning, counsel. Welcome to Sunrise.
Great morning to you. Great morning. Thank you for having me.
Yes, counsel. So the big question, first question, what is defamation?
Defamation, basically, in layman terms, is damaging somebody's reputation. It can be either spoken words, it can be a picture, and it can be something that is written. So anything that damages somebody's reputation, and there are certain criteria that must fit. One, was the statement factual? If the statement was indeed factual, you cannot consider defamation. Was it said in the presence of 3 persons? Right? So those are 2 of the main criteria. And of those 3 persons, it should be somebody, 1, the person who is making the statement. 2, the person who the statement is being made against. Doesn't have to be them. But once it falls outside of those categories, 1 additional person, you will fit the criteria.
Oh, wow.
So who can be held liable for defamation in Jamaica?
Anybody? Anybody can be held liable. Once you fit the criteria. So if you make a statement by either written, spoken, or even a picture, and you find yourself in that position where you say, okay, I'm making this statement and I'm being very loose with my tongue. I'm very loose with my fingers. You can be held liable.
So what are the core elements required to prove a defamation claim in Jamaica?
To prove the core elements, 1, the statement must be untrue. That's the very first thing.
Must be.
It must be untrue. And so the facts of the statement must be untrue, that of which is being put forward.
How do you prove that?
Several ways. So if it is written, it's quite easy. It's quite easy to prove it. Once you can support that, listen, the statement that is being made, there's no facts to support it. It is deemed untrue. Right? Secondly, you look as to whether the person's reputation was damaged. In that, was the statement made affecting the person by their reputation? Were they scoffed at by individuals? Were they treated indifferent? Were they hated? Right? So once those criteria are met, amongst other things, they certainly will have the opportunity to claim that defamation was indeed brought against them.
Well, speaking of, claiming that defamation is brought against you, what defenses do we have in Jamaica against defamation? Then, if I think somebody has defamed me, what do I do? Or what can I do?
You can bring a lawsuit, right? And in that lawsuit, there are several remedies that are available. One of the main remedy is money, right? Damages, so you claim money. The court may make an order that the statement that was made that is not factual be amended. The court can make an order that an apology be given, right? It can also be a case where this is settled outside of court. The person apologizes and they issue something to say the statement that I made was not true. So those are some of the remedies that you look at.
And what are the defenses available?
The defenses, the statement true? Was there any truth to it? Is it a case where the statement was made, it's a public matter, was there any truth? Was it factual? And you commented on something that was factual, and the comment that you made was deemed a reasonable comment. So it's a matter of public interest, and you decided to comment on it. And that comment that you made, a reasonable person would have made that comment. That is one defense that could be considered, right? Another one is, was it true? Can you prove that the statement you made was in fact true? Right? So those are two of the main remedies that are available. And another one, if persons like to rebroadcast, if you rebroadcast something and you genuinely believe that it was in fact true, and you really had no way of knowing that it was true, the reasonable person would not have been able to find a way to show that this statement was not factual, then that certainly would be a remedy. A defense, rather.
Let me ask you, and this is personally, you hear people saying, making statements, but then they say, well, allegedly, or they say, allegedly this happened, and allegedly this person is doing this. Does that word allegedly kind of protect you against defamation?
It does provide some amount of protection because you did not make a factual statement. You did provide a disclaimer to indicate, I assume this occurred. I have no facts. That is why you use the word allegedly. So it is something that is already stated. You are not the creator of the statement, and you are there saying, okay, I heard this before. Jamaicans love hearsay, all right? But I implore you, don't. The tongue is very powerful, very, very powerful.
I was about to comment on that because I'm saying, as a people, we are so expressive and we are so verbal, and I think we're taught to, speak up, to express yourself. And I think with the rise of social media and fame, we're seeing so many things being brought to the forefront from the mouth of others, and sometimes not necessarily true. So what would you say to guard persons against making those untrue claims? And for the persons who are affected, and also the persons who share and retweet and comment, how do they fall in the whole matter of defamation?
One biblical term: use your tongue wisely.
All right.
The tongue is a weapon. You know those power tools that you have? The tongue is a power tool, and you always say this thing on it: use with caution, not for children, not for persons under 18. They treat the tongue in the same manner. It's a very, very powerful tool. It can be destructive and it can build. Choose what you do with your tongue. And your tongue in this instance is not necessarily just your mouth, your fingers. People are very powerful via social media, right? Things that they would not say in person, they'll use social media to do it. It's just as effective, and you can be held liable. Make sure you have a lot of money in your pocket, or you have a lot of assets to back up your statement, to back up what you put in writing.
That is exactly what I was going to say, to make sure that we make it clear. We're talking about what you speak, but what you do online is also up for grabs when it comes to being sued. So be very mindful. You comment keyboard warriors who in the comment sections typing things or posting things about others as a part of your finger, your tongue, your camera, your phone, everything. Tongue, watch it. So thank you.
Thank you. Last question for you. Are you seeing a rise in these cases coming to you?
Certainly.
No more.
Certainly.
So persons are really taking action?
Yeah, for the most part, I find that persons don't actually follow through with a suit. But I've written quite a few letters concerning defamation, written quite a few. And for those who probably just cannot be bothered with the hassling of court, they settle outside or just forget about it. But it is a live issue.
Natisha, where can we get in touch with you or hear more about you, or, if we want you to come and
if we can afford
your services. It's a very good point you're making, because the lady look like
money.
You have to walk with your dollars, But,
that's a good thing, though, because it speaks to what she can do.
Clearly, because you have to, when you have the image, say you win already.
You win.
Yeah, man. So talk to me. Where can people, whether online, and email, or...
Okay, so whereby email is info, that's info, at njohnsonandco.com. And we're on social media. We're on Facebook, Natisha Johnson and Co. YouTube. We're on Instagram at the same handle. And we're on Twitter And we are also on X, that's it? X?
Yes, yes, X now.
And TikTok.
TikTok.
Yes.
All right.
Not as live, but we are there.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
So, thank you so much for helping us better understand this important area of the law. So many thanks to Natisha Johnson, attorney at law, for joining us on another edition of Law and Order JA, proudly sponsored by
the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
Up next, July is Fibroid Awareness Month, so that's a discussion after the break. Don't go far. Sunrise continues after this.
Another important one.
Yeah.
Contribution builds a stronger workforce and strengthens the economy. It's not just contribution, it's transformation. The time by heart is...
We want a piece for Jamaica. Yeah. Yo, what are you? We have to be.
Oh, man, no, brother, no, man.
You see you ever play ref? No, piggy, I'm not playing.
Look at bad game. No, I said, person who come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, Bridging. The shake on, I can play a little bad, Bridging.
Really have to shake on?
Yeah, man, and a badness, Bridging. Just live good, man.
Come together, I make the violence done.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Bring back the fun of shopping. Discover the best finds in every aisle of amazing items. For your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, or any room, Azan Super Center has that perfect touch to elevate your space to the next level. Our team is ready to help you find what you are looking for you or someone else. So stop by our Crossroads store today and rediscover the fun of shopping.
Azan Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Did she just A, win the lotto, B, get a low light bill, or C, get news that she can't wait to tell? It's C, because when you refer your friends or family to JN Bank for a mortgage, you could get up to $100,000 cash, even if you don't have a mortgage with us. If your referrals get approved and moves from house hunting to home owning, you get rewarded. So go ahead, tell a friend and earn from it. Visit jnbank.com to learn more about JN's Tell a Friend Mortgage Rewards. JN Bank will help you find a way.
Hi, my name is Latoya. I'm Zuri's mom, and I live to make her dreams possible. Zuri's proudest achievement in gymnastics has to be the competition that she won in Panama. It was her very first competition, and she dominated and was able to bring home the gold. Shortly after returning from Panama, her knee slipped out at school, and after the doctors saw her MRI, 4 orthopedic surgeons said she had to do surgery. So the cost of this surgery and the hospital was over $2 million. Fortunately, I had Sagicor Life Group Insurance, and I had added supplemental health, so the surgery was covered and I didn't have to take anything out of pocket. You really shouldn't gamble with your child's future, and Sagicor Supplemental Health can help the whole family should a medical emergency happen.
Everybody want to see if a country right now.
One thing about Jamaicans, we might have differences, but we know when something is good for all of us. And when we work together against crime and violence, we are stronger than ever. And that's how we know the Citizen Security Plan can work.
That one name CSP.
The Citizen Security Plan is an initiative of the Ministry of National Security in partnership with the European Union. It's an all-of-government effort to create safer streets and build stronger communities. Go to mns.gov.jm to learn how you can play your part.
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer. Rule number 2, they should get rid of VAR.
No. Every decision should go to VAR.
Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. What about you? What rule would you want?
pang at
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a Guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
And that's a guan pa. What a guan?
Welcome back, Sunrisers. It's time now for another edition of Morning Checkup, where we help you take better care of your health through trusted medical advice. Now, July is Fibroid Awareness Month, and while fibroids affect millions of women across the world, many continue to suffer in silence or simply don't realize their symptoms could be a sign of something more serious.
Isn't that the truth? Now, if you've ever wondered whether heavy periods, pelvic pain, bloating, or frequent urination are just normal, this is a conversation you'll want to pay special attention to. Joining us this morning is consultant obstetrician and the gynecologist, Dr. Ashley Ray Kelly South, who will help us better understand fibroids, their treatments, their options, and when it's time to seek medical care. So good morning, Doc. Welcome back.
Hello,
good to have
hello.
you again.
And can we
Resident
say
OB.
Congratulations. We see what's happening there.
Yes.
Every day, guys.
So lovely to the nation.
Contributing to the nation.
Nation building at its best.
Now, Doc, fibroids seem to affect so many women, and a lot of persons don't know that they have them. So what are fibroids and who are most at risk for fibroids?
So fibroids are non-cancerous growths of the uterus. Typically, they arise from the smooth muscle part of the uterus, and it can happen to anybody. However, there is a greater incidence in Black women, of which most of our population, or the majority of our women, are Black. And also in Black women, we notice that they usually appear earlier, and they tend to be a little bit more severe than other races. Typically, they affect age groups between 30s to 40s, but they can happen anywhere along the reproductive life cycle of the woman. And then as well, other things that are less frequent, but things like hypertension, obesity can also play a part. And of course, family history. If your mother had fibroids, your sister had fibroids, generally you find that most women in a family will share the same experience.
Now, Doc, many women suffer from whether it's heavy periods, you know, very bad menstrual pain during periods, things like that. At what point is that just something that I experience versus, something's going on here, I need to check this out, this could be fibroids? How do you kind of make that differentiation?
Well, for me, there's just two guiding principles that I go by. One is that women should not be suffering. So it's not a grin and bear for any part of it. And then secondly, your period should not be running your life. You should be running your own life. And so at any point in time, if you develop symptoms like heavy bleeding or prolonged bleeding, which is usually greater than 7 days, heavy bleeding usually soak in a sanitary napkin in greater than an hour, associated with large clots. You have flooding, which is meaning the sanitary napkin is just leaking over very frequently. And also, if you have bleeding to the point where you feel fatigued or even fainting away, then obviously that is a huge concern. Read the period, painful periods. And then of course you have other symptoms that are associated with fibroids outside of your common bleeding and pain.
So I was going to ask, I'm learning now, so apart from the heavy bleeding and the bleeding related signs, what are the less obvious signs of fibroids in a woman?
So it has to do with the uterus and where it's positioned. So the bladder sits right in front of the uterus and the intestines are right behind. And so any mass of the uterus can cause issues with urine, so going to the bathroom very frequently or not being able to void completely when you go to the bathroom. They may have persistent constipation because of a mass pressing down on the intestines in the back. You may also have things like lower back pain, even pain radiating down into the legs. Sometimes if the fibroids are very big, you may also develop clots in the blood vessels, and that can lead to a presentation of a deep vein thrombosis in the leg. So those are some of the less common symptoms, but still can happen. Of course, a large tummy, a midsection that is resistant to any type of exercise, or even feeling a mass. Sometimes people, depending on where the fibroid is located, they may feel a mass rolling around in the tummy from one side to the next, or just have this persistent lower abdominal distension or bloating.
Doc, let's say a woman suspects she may have fibroids. So, two-part question. Number one, she goes in to see her OBGYN. What can she expect would happen in that visit? How is it, I guess, tested to see if she really does? And then what's the next step? What are some of the treatments available to her if she does, in fact, have a fibroids?
Well, going to your OBGYN always starts with a conversation. We want to find out about you. We want to know your entire history. And then moving from there, we'll do a pelvic examination. So examining the tummy, feeling for any masses or how large the uterus might be, as well as a vaginal examination. And then taking it a step further to do investigations, which include imaging like ultrasound. If the ultrasound tends to be a little bit inconclusive, we may ask you to do an MRI, and then of course blood investigations. For example, if we think that you may be anemic because of heavy bleeding. So that is usually the general thing that we would do initially for your workup for uterine fibroids, and really and truly for other issues that might be occurring outside of fibroids.
Yes, so on the backs of TK's question, can fibroids affect fertility in women?
Definitely they can, because fibroids can be located at different areas of the uterus. You have fibroids that are in the lining, you have some fibroids that are in the muscle layer, some fibroids that are on the outside, and depending on where your fibroids are located, then you can have different complications of them. And so typically our fibroids that are located closer to the lining of the uterus will prevent the placenta from implanting, can also cause an inflammatory condition in the uterus, and as a result it can contribute to infertility, unfortunately.
So how are fibroids treated? Is surgery? You have to go in and remove them, or?
So it really depends on the extent to which your quality of life is being affected. So some people have fibroids, they're very small and they don't affect them at all. And they probably just incidentally find fibroids on some type of imaging, whereas you have some people with larger fibroids, probably the size of a watermelon, and those fibroids may need surgical attention. But whenever we think about treatment, it's never just jumping to surgery or a one-size-fits-all. So you may start with medical management, which includes pain medication, medications to help decrease bleeding, and then you can move into things like surgery, whether you want to keep your uterus because you have fertility desires, or just you have no desire to remove your uterus, which is usually a myomectomy, removal of the fibroid alone, or you have the option to remove the entire uterus, which is a hysterectomy, and obviously that is definitive treatment. And of course, there are newer treatment options out there like minimally invasive procedures, laparoscopic myomectomy, fibroid removal. You may have uterine artery embolization, where we are basically blocking off the blood supply to the fibroids, and then the fibroids will then degenerate and shrink. And of course, lifestyle.
Real quick question. Based on the positioning of your fibroid, though, you can just live with a fibroid for the rest of your life and it doesn't necessarily need to be treated, or all fibroids, as soon as identified, there needs to be some kind of treatment for it?
No, so as I said before, so with fibroids, depending on the size and the extent to which it is affecting your quality of life, you may just leave it alone, because a little 1 centimeter fibroid may not be causing any issues, or even a little bigger, and you have no problems at all, no pain, no period,
you just name
abnormalities.
Just name him Frank.
Right? And say, you know, me and Frank will go through. Right. And typically, towards the end of your reproductive cycle, in menopause, because of the fall off of the hormones, most people tend to see a shrinkage in the size of their fibroids, and they're no longer bothersome. However, you still have a subset of women that unfortunately go into the menopause with issues.
So Doc, last question for you. What would you want the women who are watching and who will see this video beyond today to remember about fibroids, and when should she seek medical attention?
So about fibroids, there is management for fibroids. There's no need to suffer through your menstrual cycle. If at any point in time you're uncomfortable, seek medical care and let's start the conversation.
Okay. Where can we find you?
You can find me at Winchester Gynae Center. You can also find me on Instagram at Bloom with Dr. K, OBGYN, or you can shoot me an email at drkellysouth@gmail.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you
always
for having
good
me.
to have you. Always good information. And you come
You are
on
most
theme with your
welcome.
background. You know the thing set you just said, I'm going to be on theme. I love that. Thanks so much for sharing your knowledge with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so for all the women watching, remember you don't have to live with pain or discomfort. Early detection, early checkups, and regular checkups and open conversations can make all the difference. So many thanks to Dr. Ashley Ray Kelly South, consultant obstetrician and gynecologist, for joining us this morning for this morning's morning checkup. Don't go anywhere though, there's still more sunrise to come.
Is the Aedes aegypti mosquito that spreads the Zika, chikungunya, and dengue viruses. Search for its breeding sites and destroy them.
A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
The time by the Ministry of Health and Wellness is 7:45.
Tell me, what make you feel good? Is it the sunshine on your face or a fresh, healthy start to your day? Start it right with Sunshine Cereal's Feel Good Multigrain Flake. Choose your vibe. Oats and rice, plain or with cranberries and raisins. Wheat oat and rice, plain or with blueberries. Get yours today. Sunshine Cereal's Feel Good Multigrain Flakes. Feel good, live good, taste good.
In need of a loan? AIM Financial is the place to go. We have loans from $20,000 to $3.3 million. Get a loan to pay school or college tuition, medical expenses, bills, fix up your house, buy furniture and appliances, repair or buy a car. And when you're done, take a vacation loan. AIM has a loan for any purpose. Call AIM today. You won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed. Hey, what I want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan?
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
What
What a go on?
What a go on?
That a go on, pa.
What a go on? What a go on?
What a one! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
And that a go on, pa. What a go on?
I was a ghost, I was alone. 두어진 길 속에 given the throne, I didn't know how to believe I was the queen that I meant.
So welcome back, Sunrisers. Now, have you ever watched an animated film or series and thought, wow, I wonder who did that, who created that? Well, believe it or not, some of the next big names in animation could be right here in Jamaica. And this morning on Fully Bright, we're spotlighting the talent, creativity, and determination of young Jamaicans who are pursuing their dreams through the CB Facey Foundation Scholarship Program. So joining us are Ayana Barnett, Shamar Wrangling, both animation students at the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, along with Gayon Douglas, Executive Director of the CB Facey Foundation. Good morning and welcome to Sunrise. Bright people.
I love this.
And them look good too, you know.
Them look brighter. I mean, everything about this makes me happy.
Yes.
You know, and first and foremost, congratulations on being recipients. First and foremost, how does it feel to have received, this assistance that will help you, that helped you with your final year project and moving forward?
Well, it was a great one. I must say I'm very grateful to the CB Facey Foundation for seeing my talent and believing in me. The journey has been rough, but we got through. Yes.
Clearly.
Yes.
And if it was rough, you don't look it.
So Ayana, tell us about your final year animation project. What inspired the concept or the message or the story, and what are you hoping to share through your work?
So my final year project, titled Inspection for Imperfection, is a 2D animation short that follows Chef Michael on his most important day of the year, which is his inspection day. And he basically gives his daughter the rundown of the day over the phone. So really the story was inspired by my father, so the main character is based on him, and the whole experience is lightly based on a real event. So yeah, so it follows him on his inspection day where Rochetta the Roach causes havoc in the kitchen, and he's assigned the inspector Fritz Gutenbach, which is ruthless. Yeah, so he has to make sure everything is in order while trying to catch the roach.
Love that. So, I wanted to know, what about yours? What was your final project about?
So my final year project is titled The Last Scam. So it's a 2-dimensional animation. It looks on the social issue of scamming. So my main character is DeMarco. He is a fake realtor. So he's working a shell company. So a shell company is a company that is not real, but it seems real. So he tried to scam this American couple, but he did not know that they were actually undercover agents. Right. So when the money transfer goes in for the house, he is met at an intersection with them, and that's where they lock him up and he's sent to jail.
Oh,
yes.
Some big
production. Let's show. I hear that we can get a little sneak peek into it. Let's see.
Yes.
Take it away.
This Saturday, one chef's future hangs in the balance.
Oh, Ayana, this is yours.
An important inspection is only moments away. But when things start to go wrong, how far will he go to keep everything under control? Will Michael pass his inspection? Or will perfection prove impossible? Inspection for imperfection.
Okay, Ayana.
That's a lovely.
Mr. Rochella do.
Yes, this is a feisty one.
So Gayon, talk to us now. So the foundation has supported Edna Manley students for more than 4 decades.
Oh,
And we love that.
Excellent.
So why is it so important for the foundation to invest in Jamaica's creatives and arts?
Sure. So the arts has been one of the pillars, one of the 3 pillars of the foundation, which has been around since 1984. And we believe that the arts, they're an important contributor to our identity, to our economy. And even though it's so widely celebrated, it's probably a little underappreciated or underfunded at the least. So we do our part in helping the next generation of emerging professionals show us their best work. And we hope others can join us as well.
Well, speaking of showing the best work, we can't just see Rochella and not see how the scamming goes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I see that we can also get a taste of Jamar's. Let's take a look.
Paradise. For some, it's a place to begin again. For others, it's the perfect illusion. Behind every promise, behind every smile, there are secrets waiting to be uncovered. One man, one choice, one mistake can change everything. Every scam has a last move. The last scam.
Oh, wow, wow.
This I go up a Carib, like, we need to see it. I need
this
more.
Needs to be mainstream.
We need it on TV. Come CVM, let's see what we can do, right? But let me ask you ladies, what is the vision for, say, after graduation? What's the plan?
So for my goal, I want to basically continue my profession. I want to garner more experience in the industry, and after which I would love to continue my studio, which is Binge Studio, and basically continue to create animations, especially ones that are more relatable to the Jamaican audience, and not only for the Jamaican audience but also for the international audience, where they can also see our perspective in the 2D animation. So that's what I would love to do.
Yeah, and for me, I would just want to widen my perspective, make animation more known in Jamaica. I always have the big dream of, you know, going overseas, learning more, working with studios, and coming back to Jamaica to put back in my country. I chose to do this social issue because there's a lot of scamming going on in Jamaica, so I wanted to highlight that and, you know, to see if I can play my part in helping that said issue. When it comes on to my studio is named Giant Trunk Animation Studio. You can find us on Instagram, and that's where I want to put most of my time in and expand it more.
Love that.
Yeah, and we really want to basically encourage the younger generation to know that animation is a profession and it is something that you can do, and basically continue to create and express yourself through digital animations.
Wow. So, Gion, Edie, what is your hope for the scholarship on the culture of Jamaica? What's the impact you would like to see happening for the years to come?
I think our hope is to really strengthen the pipeline of Jamaican creative professionals. And it's important to us to empower Jamaican artists telling Jamaican stories to global audiences. And I mean, I'd encourage any other organizations or persons in the creative profession to reach out to the Edna Manley students, to these scholars, give them opportunities, internships, just conversations to encourage them to keep pursuing a career in animation, because it's a tough industry.
Absolutely.
The arts is a tough industry.
Arts in general. So again, for those persons who are seeing this and saying, you know, I have a child or a niece who has expressed some interest, and I would love to get either more information or apply to have my child, you know, reap the benefits of this program. How does one go about doing that? Is it you call them and you have to take a test, or what's the process?
So we work closely with the school. So there are lecturers and the admin professionals there. We believe they have the best idea of financial need, talent, commitment of the students. They identify the students and then propose them to the foundation. And we work together to kind of meet with the students, find out whether it's tuition-based or their final year projects, which can be quite costly, is what we need to support. And then we go from there. And it's done annually. So anybody who's interested in the arts, we encourage them to reach out to the school, Edna Manley College, and then go from there.
Good morning to the Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. And so you ladies really have represented the school well, and we're excited. We're hoping to see more projects. Maybe we go and just check it out. We have the full thing somewhere, or you just had to make a trailer, or what? It's a full feature.
We're going to upload the full thing on our YouTube pages.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So you can check it out on both of our business pages, Binge Studio and Giant Trunk.
Giant Trunk?
Yes.
Giant Trunk, Binge Studios, and you're on YouTube as well as social media spaces and stuff.
In terms of applying to the college, you can always visit their website and you can apply from there.
At Edna Manley.
Yeah.
Got you.
Lovely.
Ladies, I like it. Thank you again. Please continue the great work.
Amazing.
I'm sure you must be proud to see.
I am extremely proud.
You must be proud to see what it actually materializes into. Thank you for all that you and the team do. Thank you. Yeah. Well, what a conversation is.
Yeah, love that.
I'm ready for what show?
Feel like going to school again.
That's what,
go back and just try again.
What you say? Do school again. You know, it's always wonderful to see young Jamaicans rise and thrive, and we're looking forward to seeing so much more from them, as well as when you see organizations really play their part to help get these young people to the next level. So thank you for, everything. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
We're really, really happy to have seen you. So that was Ayana Barnett, Shamar Ranglin, and Keon Douglas. And we're so grateful that they joined us this morning. You know who else we're grateful for? You for joining us this morning as well. And that is it,
Yes.
That is it.
Yeah.
We are finished.
Done.
The show finished.
Finito.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
It's a good thing to finish on.
Beautiful
Beautiful ladies with some beautiful projects doing some beautiful work in Jamaica. Thanks so much for staying with us. If you missed any of today's show, whether it's the interviews, you want to catch back Rochisha, Rochella, and the mark for the scammings and all these things, go right on over to CVM TV's YouTube channel at CVM TV. And remember to follow us across all our social media platforms so you never miss a moment of the action.
What was that now?
What we say? Bye?
Yeah.
Bye? Oh, we're not just saying it. We have to... Hey.
Already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound. Like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fire, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar. Now I'm floating like a butterfly,